Ouch! Damn it! That's hot! Whoa, look at that! The sock changed color. Who would have thought it? But where's the other one? Clear case of subtractive color mixing.
Oh yeah, I did need all 3 socks.
Ouch! That's hot! Ouch! Damn it! That's hot!
The other sock just magically disappeared. Let's go put all my stuff away. Let's get those bolt cutters in there.
Bolt cutter, for whatever reason. Check. Provisions. Check. Toothbrush. Check. Socks. Check. Ha! Seems like I've packed
Why would
everything.
you need socks?
Oh, I can't close it anymore. Oh, seems like I've got to unpack something. But what? It doesn't take that much space. It doesn't take that much space. I'll never be able to close the suitcase with a monster like that in there. I mean, I won't need a bolt cutter where I'm going. I wondered why it was on the list.
Why would I be getting into a fight?
Now
Who thinks of that?
Packed and ready to go. I think I just strained something.
Hey, Rufus, you should save your energy for the unavoidable drop into the abyss.
Yeah, thanks, Wenzel. You can save your sarcasm for someone less well-prepared than me. This time, I took everything into account. It'll be a stroll in the park.
Ah, that's what you said last time. It took us days to remove the cactus spikes from your butt, remember?
That's all toxic runoff under the bridge. This time, everything will work out. And when finally an Elysian orbit pixie massages my back, I'll ask her to pause for a minute so I can laugh about you.
Whatever. But say, can I have your stuff when you're gone?
Yeah, sure, help yourself. As if anything on this dump is valuable. It's time for me to leave all this behind.
Great. I hope you remembered to calibrate the harpoon.
I'll do that later, after I've stored everything in the pod.
Well, then hurry up. Well, you know that the Organon are always on time.
So, after we've puzzled through the first hurdles of packing a suitcase, we can now play Rufus' first escape attempt towards Elysium, leaving behind this heap forever. Yeah, well, the weather forecast that is over in that one. We were told there would be rain in this scene, and as a matter of fact, I always planned this scene to take place in the rain. I actually also found an old character design of Tony standing in a panel on the screen, wearing a heavy raincoat. The smoke she always has in the corner of her mouth is just as soaked as she is, all dripping and bent. And by the way, Tony's character is roughly inspired by Doris Day. Yeah, the more you know.
So one thing that bothered me earlier was that you have a wrench, right? Or you get a wrench. But it's used for screwing. Specifically saying screwing objects. Which, you know, isn't entirely wrong, but usually with the wrench, it's because you have a washer with the bolts.
No problem. Oh, crap. It's screwed tight.
See, it's screwed tight.
Hello, Hannock.
Hey,
Rufus.
I'm really terrible with names.
Did you see Tony anywhere?
Tony?
Big, angry, breathes fire. My former girlfriend.
Tony. Well, I guess she's down in her store, working. like everybody else, except you.
Is the tunnel closed again?
Yes, we had another collapse in Sector 7.
Another junk slide? All this trash is really driving me nuts. I'm glad I'll be gone for good soon.
Are you?
You bet.
Well, I only know you won't be leaving through this tunnel.
What was that?
Nothing.
I'll finally leave this junk heap of a planet.
Oh, yeah. Another one of your brilliant plans?
This time, it's absolutely foolproof.
Yeah, that's right. You being a fool and all. But I reckon you running around here has got nothing to do with any other problems.
No, it hasn't.
Well, good.
Okay, the plan itself is foolproof, but
Here we go.
I just need to prepare the capsule for the launch, adjust the harpoon, light the fuse, and then it's showtime!
Uh-huh. Then what?
The escape pod is connected to that very powerful electromagnet via a long chain. Once the magnet is attached to the Organon cruiser, I can reel in the chain with a pedal-operated winch system and pull myself and the pod up.
I see. And then?
Then, the cruiser will bring me directly to Elysium.
Well, I really don't see how this plan of yours could go wrong.
Don't worry, I'll make it.
Sure.
I'll write you a postcard.
You go ahead.
And here we are on the front of Tony's home. I can comment a bit on the visuals. This is in fact the first screen created for Deponia at all. I even made the first version myself, and thus the very first asset for the game. Yeah, my first version of the screen, Etna style though. Back then, to the left was a pretty huge tire heap under the plateau with the tunnel leading to the town center. No, wait, actually the heap was on the right, and left was a pile of old ET cartridges. At the time, I read somewhere of the story that the Atari developers who created the ET console game dumped all the remaining copies in the desert somewhere, as the game did exceptionally poor. This story was so hilarious that I had to give it a friendly nod into the screen while I was still thinking maybe I'll do the screens myself again. That never happened, and I'm actually quite happy about this. Since we recruited Michael Benrath. No. I already worked with him together on a licensed game called 1.5 Nights, basically the second Daedalic game. But what was it, the third? After Before Wizard? Yeah, Before Wizard, yeah. There he also did the background, and I was convinced that he's exactly the right person for drawing the cartoony backgrounds for a world like Deponia. And indeed, we were lucky to have him on board, and that he brought along enough time and motivation to work with us for several years. In fact, Micha was the first and only one on the team sitting in one room with me for roughly 1 year when I fleshed out the complete concept for Deponia. So it was supposed to be one single game, the complete journey so to speak, until we realized that the whole thing was way too huge for only one game, and we eventually had to split it into 3 parts. Another remarkable thing about this screen is that I noticed how alarmingly committed our animators are. We were on a rather strict timetable in regards of animation, despite our long to-do list to breathe life into Deponia. And it was here that an animator worked on a mailbox, and she was just supposed to give it a quick animation. It even was listed as a nice to have, as it was just a standard use wrench with mailbox situation. We usually solve things like that with standard animations, at least in older titles. But for some reasons it ended up on her list, so she made this very elaborate animation where Rufus sent that mailbox flying and caught it in his coat. All I thought was, wow, I want stuff like this for the whole game. And that's where the true insanity of Deponia started. Awesome. From a scripter's point of view, this room is really interesting as well, as a perspective of this bridge. Let's quite a challenge for a 2D adventure engine. You see, Rufus moves forward while walking down the bridge, and still moves forward when he walks up that bridge again. That means moving the character along the y-axis has him walk to the front until he hits the middle, and then he moves to the back or the north of the screen. And that's something Visionaire, our engine, is not designed to do. And that made this a very, very difficult screen scripting wise. I tried a lot, actually did a redraw of the screen to polish it as much as possible. Very interesting screen, right in the beginning. Ah, what an introduction.
Yeah, that was a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff to talk about.
There. Now where shall I put it? The storage space is closed. There. And now? There we go.
Who needs a battery, right?
Me.
I might be able to...
Let's put the suitcase where the battery would go. We could put a mailbox
there you
where
go.
the seat goes. And put the battery inside the mailbox so everything fits together.
Ha! There you go. There. The capsule is ready. Now, all I have to do is calibrate the harpoon. There. Too bad the two directions of the control stick are blocked, but who needs those anyway? The main thing is that the crosshairs are right on the tracks. And then I'm gone. Ha! This'll be a walk in the park.
Blah blah blah. Mini games. Where I heard that. Got him.
I did it! Now, I'll just light the fuse and... boom! Well, that should be it. Stand by, Wenzel. Ah!
Hello, Rufus.
Tony, why are you sneaking around like that?
This is still my house, remember? Well, it's not as obvious now since someone stole my mailbox. Oh, that reminds me. I'm supposed to give you this letter.
A letter?
Rufus, it's almost time.
Yes, I know. Sorry, Tony, but it's over. Once the fuse is lit, I'll be gone for good.
If only that was true.
I bet now you're sorry about some of the things you said.
That's right. Starting with, you can stay with me.
Wow, burn.
This is the final goodbye.
It's too early to jump for joy, I fear.
She's roasting me.
There's nothing you could say to prevent me from going.
What a stroke of luck. That means I can't say anything wrong.
No, it's too late. You can beg all you want, but I won't take you along with me.
Can I have that in writing?
Why are you here? Are you still hoping for a miracle?
It would be a miracle if you finally disappeared for real. But in case it doesn't work out again, I'll at least have the satisfaction of seeing you injure yourself.
I'm leaving. For good.
I gave up hope of that a long time ago.
Now is when it counts. Hullabaloo. Well, maybe I should read the letter. Dear Mr. Yeah. We're happy to inform you, blah, blah, blah. Get to the point, will ya? Unfortunately, the delivery of your screws will be delayed for... Please find enclosed